one, only different.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Eagles coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. At first, of course, since the move back to Los Angeles, and coincidentally, trying to be the second consecutive LA team to win a title.
And they're certainly hoping that this game works out better than their first Super Bowl appearance, a 23-point loss to San Francisco in Super Bowl 29.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years. Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. To try again after the sack, Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Herbert off of play action. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. A good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
2nd down and goal. Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, yeah. There with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. DeAndre Carter back deep. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off, sometimes you're just rounding it, sometimes there's a fake, sometimes there's...
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive. And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game. Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing? I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. To throw again on 2nd down, Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, 55 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll go again with Sanders to about the 40-yard line.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Eagles on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of the Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the 27, Hurts looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. The 40, 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Flush to his right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made appear as they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 49. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 35 on second down, Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They go play action with Hurts. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from Harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, right now, it's clearly the defenses that are stealing the spotlight in the biggest stage of sports. That's only the fourth time ever, Charles, that we have seen teams trade interceptions on back-to-back drives in Super Bowl history.
Something so rare, yet special that we're watching because typically the teams we see playing here on Super Bowl Sunday, they're the ones that know how to limit turnovers. Just goes to show how talented both of these defenses are. If they're still coming through and forcing miscues, well, the party trophy on the line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Chargers first down.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Third quarter action in Super Bowl 57. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
They snap it to Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Chargers are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one too low. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a game at 37. That's another Eagles first down.
On first down, Hurts. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Touchdown! A.J. Brown from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 24-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. Fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Dancing to his left. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here in the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Bastion Eckler, 31 yards. And the Chargers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectation. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the
back to throw here, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles get a bit closer. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's got Allen. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Herbert now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington or Redskins. That's correct.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? They'll look to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle. And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.